Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I have started a personal DSA challenge where I am solving 5 problems per pattern covering 180 problems in total. I'll be posting one video per day explaining my thought process from brute force to optimized approach. If you are new here, you can check out the previous videos to follow along. In today's video, we will work on Sudoku Solver. Have you ever wondered how a computer solves a Sudoku puzzle instantly? Today we will build a Sudoku solver using backtracking, one of the most powerful problems. So the problem states that we are given a partially filled 9 by 9 Sudoku board and our task is to fill the empty cells so that each row contains digits 1 to 9 exactly once, each column contains digits 1 to 9 exactly once, and each 3 by 3 grid contains digits 1 to 9 exactly once. And these empty cells are represented with a full stop. So the idea for backtracking is we will scan the board cell by cell, and if we find an empty cell which is filled with this dot, then we will try the digits from 1 to 9. We will check if placing the digit is valid. Recursively we will solve the rest of the board, and if it fails we will undo the move. So to place a number, we must ensure that is not present in the same row, the same number is not present in the same column, and the same number is not present in the same 3 by 3 box. Only then we can place it. So let's start writing the code. Maybe we will call a method solve passing the board. This solve has a return type boolean, and we will call solve char board is of type character array. Let's pass that as well. Now we will traverse every cell. So for that we need a row and the column to traverse through every cell. So for that let's iterate from row 0 till 9, because we will have only 9 rows and 9 columns. We will increment it, and for the sake of columns, let's iterate from column 0, column less than 9, column plus plus. Now we will check if the cell is empty. How do you check that? We will check if that particular row of column is equals to full stop or dot, because the question says that this dot character indicates empty cells. So now if it is equals to dot, then it means it is an empty cell and we can try placing different digits. So now we will try digits from 1 to 9. For that we will loop through from a character num1, num less than or equals to 9, num plus plus. Now we will check if placing this number is valid. For that we need a different method called isValid. Let's implement it later, but let's pass the board, row, column and the number. And first we will place the number of row of column is equals to num. Now we will recursively solve the remaining board. For that we will check if solve of board is true, then we will return true. Now we will undo if that is not a valid one. For that we have to call board of row of column is equals to back to dot. Now after coming out of this for loop, we will return false, right? And this means if no number works, then we will return false. Otherwise we will come out of this for loop and we will return true, which means the board is solved. Now we are yet to implement this isValid method. Let's do that as well. The return type for that is boolean is valid. What did we pass? Board, row, column and num. So board is of type character array, and row is int row, int column, and num is nothing but character num, char num. Now let's loop through it. So for int I 0 till 9, we will check if we'll check both the rows and columns, and we also need to check the 3 by 3 box. So to check the row, how do you do that? Board of row of I, if this is equals to any number, or we'll check the column, if board of I of column, if this is equals to number, if either of this is true, then we will return false, which means that is not a valid cell if it is already equals to a number. So yeah, now we will check the 3 by 3 box. For that we need the box row and the box's column. So to find the box row, the formula is 3 into row by 3 plus I by 3, and to find the box column, 3 into, we'll see later, y column by 3 plus I mod 3. This is nothing but to find the that every box is column and row. And yeah, now we will check if board of this box row or of box column, if this is equals to number, then we will return false because that is not a valid one. And after coming out of the for loop, we will return true, because if any of these did not return false, then it is a valid placement. So we will come out of this for loop and we will return true. So let's run the code. It is accepted. Let's submit it. Cool. So yeah, you can further optimize using hash sets or bit masks to track the used numbers. So the worst case time complexity is very high, roughly O of 9 power empty cells, but pruning using validity checks makes it fast in practice. So yeah, that is it for today's problem, and I will see you in the next one.